Please fasten your seatbelts and prepare for takeoff. It's going to be a bumpy ride. All right. Welcome back to episode 4. You guys just saw my little intro. Buckle up. It's going to be a bumpy ride. And part of what I want to talk about here is actually, so that was yesterday. That was Chest, recorded a little intro. I thought it was fun. But I'm Brian. This is episode 4 of the Back to School series, where I focus on learning how to be the best version of myself in all phases and aspects of life. So, with that said, I had this thought this morning. As I'm coming out of the show, I'm getting less and less lean. I found myself wanting to message a friend and be like, hey, am I lean enough? It's really embarrassing to say out loud. Like I wanted to message Jacob or Jim and be like, yo, like, do I still look good? And I just had this click. It was just like, I'm always chasing the external validation, right? When Coach and I got to a prep low on the scale, I was like, is it ever going to be good enough? And at that point, the answer was no. I kept wanting lower and lower on the scale, and it was like, why am I doing that? And now I see that I thought that by being smaller, I could chase that external validation. And then you show up on stage, you get all these haters, and it's almost like the external validation can't be the measuring stick to which we compare ourselves to. So it has to come from an internal sense of self-validation. And that, to me, has to come from following through on the actions that you say you're going to do. Building self-agency, building confidence, building wins in things that you can control. This is probably stuff that's already all been said, already all exists on the internet, but it clicked in my head this morning. So for that, I'm grateful. And I don't particularly have an end place with this conversation, but when it happened, when that thought clicked, I texted Wyatt and I was like, dude, it all just clicked. Everything we've been talking about, everything we've been trying to figure out. Yeah. This like internal sense of feeling like you're not good enough, feeling like you're not enough. There's been a few times where I've struggled to stay on track with my nutrition, the goals, or I've been struggling with something that Coach has prescribed, and I'm afraid to reach out and talk to him about it. And I think the reason for that is because I want his approval. You know, I look up to him, and it's the same way with those around me. Like, you don't want to share that you're struggling because you want them to think highly of you, and you don't want to be weak or be seen as weak. And you have to remember 2 things. Number 1, validate, like we just talked about, create this own sense of self-validation, self-agency through your actions, and lean on that. But also remember the fact that these people love you, and if you open up to them and tell them what's going wrong and tell them where you're struggling, where you need help, if they really do love you, they're going to respond positively and very well. And if they don't, screw them. They weren't meant to be in your life anyways. A little bit of yap this morning. I am incredibly caffeinated, and it is time to go do some cardio. So thank you for joining me on this little chat. This is going to be episode 4 of the Back to School series. I don't have a theme, I don't have a narrative yet, but I get married in just a couple of days. It's Tuesday, so this is going to be a short Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday vlog before we go into wedding weekend on Thursday. So stay tuned for what's to come. Maybe a little cardio, maybe a little posing, maybe a little working out. Who knows? It's going to be a good time. We're going to have fun. Anyways, I should go because I'm cracked out. So, peace. Alright, we are back. It is Wednesday of wedding week. This will be the last day that you see before the wedding weekend blog. Lesson this morning. Things aren't always going to go according to plan. Learning to flex, learning to bend, learning to balance. Good, better, best. What's good, what's better, and what's best in this situation? So, big win that I had last week was had a haircut. Forgot about the haircut. Was at the gym. Middle of my workout, get the 1 hour out reminder. Oh, I need to run errands on the way home and I need a shower, which means that workout gets cut short. I will figure it out later. So what's the best case scenario that I can do in that situation? Stop the workout, go run the errands, go get my haircut, and finish anything up afterwards that I need to. What's the worst thing I can do? Panic, freak out, and do nothing. I could be fine. Freaked out, insecure, neurotic, and emotional, which is not good. So that's a big win from last week. Wanted to share that. This morning, flexing, we were supposed to do legs. That's the way the split was going to go. But we are going to fill up our social battery instead. And just a minute here to appreciate the man himself, Wyatt, coach, friend, mentor. So we're going to train arms, get a little bro session. It's always fun to hear what he thinks about things that are going on, not only in life and bodybuilding, etc. But yeah, we are going to hit arms, and a juicy, nasty pump is incoming. And that right there is going to wrap up episode 4. So it's actually Thursday morning of wedding weekend, and vlog, I thought I'd take you along for the ride. So we are going to cut the episode 4 now, wrap it up, call it a day, call it done. A little bit of yapping from me, honestly, probably mostly just yapping from me. Maybe some clips from some of the workouts this week overlaid, but not a ton of substance in this one. Goal after the wedding is to develop some sort of cadence and routine, but right now we are heading over to cardio, and then I will take you along for the ride in episode 5 that is wedding weekend. So talk more soon. Kayla, I can't wait to marry you. Been together 6 years, and you're the woman of my dreams, and I'm lucky to call you my wife. So T-minus 2 sleeps until I am married.